Good evening. Welcome to Northeast Web Shots. You are watching Northeast Web Shots Evening Daily Bulletin. This is Anudeep Sharma. Here are the headlines of the day. Starting off with the national news. Oil marketing companies have hiked the price of domestic liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) cylinders by ₹50. The new rates are effective from Wednesday, October 6th. The Union Cabinet approved setting up of 7 mega-integrated textile, region and apparel PM Mitra parks with a total outlay of 4,445 crore rupees over 5 years. The Union Cabinet approved productivity-linked bonus equivalent to 78 days wage to eligible and non-gazetted railway employees, excluding RPF or RPSF personnel for financial year 2020-21. The maximum amount payable for eligible railway employee is 17,951 rupees for 78 days. The Centre on 6th of October, Wednesday, told the Supreme Court that in the interest of students, it has decided to implement changes in the pattern of NEET super speciality examination from the academic year 2022-23. Cabinet approves bonus equal to 78 days wage for over 11 lakh railway employees. The government has approved a productivity-linked bonus equivalent to 78 days wage to eligible non-gazetted railway employees. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman visited Assam today to take part in various events. She also performed Bhumi Pujan of 120 megawatt Lower Kopili. Andhra Pradesh police arrested 44 people and seized over 900 litres of illicitly distilled liquor and 245 kilograms of black jaggery from 8 villages in East Godavari district on 5th of October. Jammu Kashmir, the Kashmir Valley has been put on high alert after 3 civilians were shot dead in separate incidents on Tuesday evening. Kerala schools to reopen from November 1st. The freshly issued guidelines stated that the schools will reopen in hybrid mode. The current online classes would be continued for children who are unable to reach school directly. Maharashtra air-conditioned local trains to run on Mumbai Trans Harbour from 7th October, Thursday, that is today. Uttar Pradesh Supreme Court has taken a suo motu contingents of Lakhimpur Kheri violence. The hearing will take place on 7th of October, Thursday, before a bench led by Chief Justice N.V. Ramana. Congress leaders Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi reached Lakhimpur on Wednesday to meet the families of farmers who were killed during violence. As many as 8 people were killed in the violence that broke out in Lakhimpur on Sunday, October 3rd, including 4 farmers. Punjab and Chhattisgarh governments announced ₹50 lakh each for families of farmers, journalists killed in Lakhimpur violence. Former Punjab Minister Seva Singh Sekhwan passes away. Founding members of SAD Taksali, he remained a 2-time MLA from erstwhile assembly seat of Khandwani. Telangana 20 teams of Income Tax Department on Wednesday raided offices and factory of Hetero Labs Limited and houses of its directors. The Anti-Tax Evasion Wing, along with the help of Central Reserve Police Force (CRPF), are carrying out raids on 20 properties owned by the group. The Greater Chennai Corporation has recently launched a campaign to make people avoid single-use plastics and instead carry alternate bags for groceries. Entertainment news: on occasion of Navratri festival, Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana will be telecasted on DD National in form of feature-length films over the next 10 days. Veteran actor Arvind Trivedi, widely known for his portrayal of Ravan in his hit DD-TV series Ramayan, died on Tuesday night. He was 82 as he died. Coming to as defense news, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary said the Indian Air Force is taking forward the proposed procurement of 114 multi-role fighter aircraft, and that would be carried out under the Make in India initiative. The Indian Air Force will procure 6 light utility helicopters designed and developed by Rotary Wing Research and Design Centre of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, the newly appointed chief of the IAF. Indian Air Force Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary said that the Russian-made S-400 surface-to-air missile defense system will be inducted within this year. From tanks to aircraft, India clears a whopping $7.5 billion worth of military equipment under Make in India initiative. India has signed several contracts and cleared multiple projects to boost military capability with locally produced weapons and systems in less than a month. Vice Admiral A.K. Chawla, Flag Officer, Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, on 5th of September inaugurated Naval Communication Network Satellite Data Center, a state-of-art facility at the INS Dweparaksh at Kavaratti. Over 800 Indian peacekeepers serving in the United Nations mission in South Sudan have been honored with a prestigious UN medal for their service on completion of their deployment. A news report on the website of UN mission in South Sudan. The 5th edition of India-Japan Maritime Bilateral Exercise conducted in the Arabian Sea from October 6 to 8, GIMEX-21 aims to develop a common understanding of operational procedures and enhance interoperability through the conduct of multitude of advanced exercises. The IAF will be participating in exercises with Israel and Egypt later this month. This comes as increased engagement has been seen between Indian Defence Forces and West Asian counterparts. Air Force is scheduled to participate in X-Blue Flag in Israel and HOP-X in Egypt. Jumping towards the international news, Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla held consultations with US Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman in New Delhi on 6th of October on taking forward the strategic partnership for global good. The US Deputy Secretary of the State is on a 3-day visit to India to review the India-US bilateral agenda and outcomes of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visit to the United States. They discussed issues of regional interest, especially the evolving situation in Afghanistan as well as developments at the UN. They reiterated commitment for free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific region, including through continued cooperation under the Quad. India's security concerns will be the first and foremost and the front and center of Washington, US Deputy Secretary of the State Wendy Sherman said on Wednesday on New Delhi's apprehensions about the spillover of the terrorist activity from Afghanistan. Mahalaya celebrated in Bangladesh. High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh Bikram Dorai Swami visited the Daksheshwari temple early in the morning to pay respect to the goddess Durga on Mahalaya. 10 Indian Naval War veterans who took part in 1971 Liberation War of Bangladesh against Pakistan were honored by the High Commissioner of Bangladesh in India, Muhammad Imran, on 6th of October. BNS Samudra Jivan on Bangladesh Navy is on a 5th-day visit to the Eastern Naval Command of India as part of Swarnim Vijay Varsha celebrations. It reached Visakhapatnam on Sunday, 3rd of October to jointly celebrate the birth centenary year of Banglabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Golden Jubilee of the Liberation War of Bangladesh. Pakistan court gives India more time to appoint lawyer in Kulbhushan Jadhav case. Kulbhushan Jadhav, a former Indian Navy officer, was arrested in March 2016 in Balochistan, according to the Pakistan Authority. He was sentenced to death by Pakistan military court in 2017. India has rejected Pakistan's allegations and said he was kidnapped from Iranian port of Chabhar in early 2017. A Pakistani military court sentenced him to death. Coming towards the world news, Nobel Prize 2021, Benjamin List David Macmillan win Nobel Chemistry Prize for developing tools to build molecules. Pakistani Army appoints Lieutenant General Nadeem Azum named as a new ISI chief. Lieutenant General Faiz Ahmed appointed as Peshawar Corps commander in surprise reshuffle. French President Emmanuel Macron held talks with visiting US Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Paris. Blinken is in Paris for seeking to rebuild ties after a security pact between the US, Australia and Britain resulted in Canberra sculpting a defense contract for the French submarines. Malaya festival was celebrated across Bangladesh on Wednesday with devotion and piety. Special puja programs were organized across temples in the capital city Dhaka and other cities of Bangladesh. Mahanagar Sabharanjan Puja Committee organized a program marking the Mahalaya at Dhakeshwari National Temple. World's first malaria vaccine Mosquirix approved by the World Health Organization WHO on October 6th in Africa. Coming towards sports news, ISSF Shooting Junior World Championship, Aishwarya Pratap Singh Tomar bettered the junior world record in the men's 50-meter rifle 3 positions final with score of 463.4. India's 14-year-old shooter Namaya Kapoor clinched the gold medal in the women's 25-meter air pistol event of ISSF Junior World Championship in Lima, Peru in 4th of October. Tokyo Olympics bronze medalist Lovina Boroghai has been handed direct qualification for the upcoming Women's World Boxing Championships by Indian Federation, which has decided that the remaining squad will be made up of gold winners from the upcoming nationals. The national championships will be held in Hisar from October 21st, and just like the recently conducted men's event. Women's cricket, India and Australia are set to lock horns in the first game of the three-match T20 series today on 7th of October at Carrera Oval in Queensland. Hockey India has pulled out of next year's Birmingham Commonwealth Games, citing COVID-19 concerns and UK's discriminatory quarantine rules for travellers from India. The move comes after England withdrew the Men's Junior Hockey World Cup in Bhubaneswar over similar reasons. Now coming towards the end COVID update national, India registers 22,431 fresh COVID-19 infections, 318 deaths. Active case lowest in 204 days. Kerala top contributor. India has so far administered 92.63 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccinations. India has shown the world how to conduct large-scale COVID-19 vaccinations by building CoWIN app, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This much for today. For more updates, keep following Northeast Web Shots. Thank you. Good night.